I am standing in Hillcrest Hall, one of the 3 residence halls that make up the Honors Residential College, where all of our first-year honors students live and learn together. The HRC, as we call it, provides the foundational experience for our honors students, where we introduce them to our Citizen Scholar mission and form the community of learners that bonds the Honors College together. In the same way, we have been creating a strong foundation for the Honors College's future in our second year. Building on the lessons learned in our first year, we spent this academic year strengthening our connection with our faculty partners and enriching our students' learning with new curricular and co-curricular opportunities. The faculty-student relationship is the bedrock of an honors education at Miami. And in this year, the Honors College has been able to advance this relationship with the help of its alumni. Indeed, we want to highlight one alumni gift in this video that will allow us to ensure that the Honors College will serve as a laboratory for innovation in teaching and learning on our campus for years to come. This gift provides a stable foundation for the Honors College's future, and it is already helping us to differentiate honors education as a markedly distinct arena in which to teach and learn. Like many of our honors students today, George Daly found himself through honors. He arrived at Miami in fall 1958 to discover a passion for economics through his honors education. In the pursuit of his economics degree, he would study under Professor Reo Christenson, a longtime fixture in the political science department, who inspired in George a lifelong love of learning, which propelled his work beyond Miami and honors. Indeed, upon his graduation from Miami in 1962, George would pursue a life and career in higher education, becoming a nationally renowned expert on antitrust law and eventually serving as dean of the business schools at the University of Iowa, NYU, and Georgetown. A few years ago, George decided it was time to give back to his alma mater, particularly to honors, which he credits for having set him on his path. He especially wanted to honor Professor Christenson and the impact that he made on his life, proof positive that the student-faculty relationship is one that endures long after our students leave Miami and the Honors College. Thinking like a dean, too, he knew he wanted to target his gift to support and inspire innovative teaching and mentorship through the Honors College. So in this past year, George created the Reo Christenson Fund, which is the largest single donor gift in the history of honors education at Miami. George's gift will establish the Honors College as one of the most significant sources of faculty development dollars on Miami's campus, giving us the ability to provide faculty with the freedom to try new and different strategies for teaching and mentoring students. Faculty work that will hopefully reverberate as greatly across the lives of our students today as Professor Christenson's mentorship of George. We have sought to apply George's gift in the spirit of Professor Christenson's work at Miami, encouraging his students toward not only a lifelong love of learning, but a lifelong commitment to use their talents, interests, and abilities to advance the common good. This is the foundation of the Honors College's Citizen Scholar mission, and it is finding its earliest articulation in the new Honors Exclusive Study Abroad workshops that we have introduced in this past year at Miami's Delabois European Center in Luxembourg. One of the first faculty to benefit from the Christenson Fund is Dr. Rosemary Pennington from the Department of Media, Journalism, and Film, who led one of these workshops this past summer.
So the workshop focused on issues of media and identity in Europe. We explored European identity in a historical lens first, thinking about how borders and identities have changed over time, and then spent a lot of our time in Europe thinking about how new media technologies and traditional media technologies shape our understanding of the world. And what's amazing about being there is that you're talking about it and talking about European history and talking about European media, and then can visit these places. You can go to a European news outlet and talk with journalists about their experiences of being a Turkish German reporting on German news. It was a really great way of on-the-hands experiential learning around a topic that media identity that doesn't feel like it has that kind of hands-on, on-the-ground kind of connection. Having a class of 12 students was amazing because we could go places we couldn't with larger groups. The conversations we could have, because it was a small group, were just very different. The students were very engaged, and it just made for a really active and engaged classroom environment. Without the Reo Christenson Fund, I would not have been able to go to Europe before I took the students and actually prepare to take them there, right? It was a better experience because I went myself and got to see these places first, figure out where we should go, what we should do, rather than fumbling around in the dark and trying to figure it out with them.
Only 12 students are allowed to participate at a time. So by keeping these workshops small, we are fostering close collaboration between faculty and students. The opportunity to study so closely under Dr. Pennington has made a real difference for journalism major Gabrielle Bird.
You know, working with like-minded people who care equally as much for academics was really nice, and everyone was able to contribute in a way I don't think a normal classroom would have. I was able to learn so much about journalism in Europe, different backgrounds and cultures. I was able to go to 5 different countries over the course of 6 weeks. I've never traveled outside of the country beforehand. I met so many professionals in the journalism field. It has been the best experience I've had at Miami. It was really life-changing.
Professor Christenson once wrote that the most important thing about a student's college education is whether that student has acquired a number of new interests which he or she maintains after college. We like to think that the Honors College is moving forward in that spirit, as the Christenson Fund helps us to develop our students' personal and professional passions through the quality of the faculty mentorship that they receive as part of their honors education. The past working in the present to shape the future. The Christenson Fund shows how honors alumni like George Daly are assisting us in achieving our goal of fostering a differentiated learning environment that provides both our students and our faculty partners with the opportunity to innovate inside and outside of the classroom. That's a foundation upon which we can build an honors college that makes a difference in our students' lives and graduates students who will change lives. For what begins here in the Honors College can change the world.